I will save my progress. Yo, that one only took about 40 minutes. We're ahead of my 1 hour per section schedule, which is fantastic. Let's keep it going. Right? Is this what Godot was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What? During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped. And I know that there was only one lock when I last came here. So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks? Yes. If only I was stronger. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Look, that word's like you're one to talk with your face all green. Miles Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect, you go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous, I'm perfectly fine. There's no telling what sort of mistakes you could make in your current state. Go and get some rest. That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden, you take care of things here. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in a corner of the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that this is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can't help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? No, not at all. Alright, what's happening? Why'd you make a run for it, Iris? I'm sorry. I heard the inner temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried I just had to come and see. In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law. At least we're clear on that. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred cavern was alright, but what? Then I saw these chains here. I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cavern's door, and... who in the world would do something like this? These trick locks are a sacred treasure of the Crane tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it. Are you sure? And you aren't the one who set these locks. I don't think it's that simple, Franziska. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them. What does that mean? It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. This means that Iris could only open one of these locks, the first one. Yes, that's correct. What? Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this? Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set the locks. Suppose if I went through every combination with each of them, I could remove them. But it'll take time, won't it? Yes, about a day if I had to guess. A whole day? Well, it's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll do whatever I can. We gotta wait another day? Hang in there, Maya. You're gonna have to call on your inner strength now. Well, you only have to wait a day if she doesn't get lucky and get them early. What if the first attempt she does on each one of them opens all of them? You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get. And what might that be, Phoenix Wright? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at Hazakura Temple at the time of the incident. But you were seen that same evening at the Inner Temple. And then, you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hazakura Temple, too. Being spotted at both Hazakura Temple and the Inner Temple, it's as if you were. Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. What if Iris was at one of the spots, and Dahlia was at the other, pretending to be Iris because Dahlia has the same face and hair? Well, interrogation jutsu. I doubt I'm going to be able to break this immediately. We got at least one more interrogation to go before the end of the game. I knew it. There's something going on here we don't know about. Alright, let's go ahead and see what it starts with, so I might be able to figure it out. Interrogation jutsu! Night of the crime. Think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night? You said you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time? You still claim that to be the truth? Yes, that's where I was. Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too, but I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder? Well, I actually know this. It was Bikini who saw you somewhere else. I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Sister Bikini. Her testimony in court today was very clear. That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but, well, as you can see, my back like stacked up violently. I left Iris to help the acolyte and return to Hazakura Temple, yada yada. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the inner temple on the night of the murder. That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I'm a gamer. The acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I would have left at about 9:40, I think. I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you. Now you say you left the main hall at 9:40, but what you say doesn't add up with this. Is it the lightning? Like hitting the thing? No, the lightning struck it at 10:45. I don't know what this doesn't line up with. Oh, it doesn't line up with your testimony that you rang the bell at 10. Yeah. Yeah. You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Ah, plus only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Who's that? Me. Mr. Wright, we even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten? No, that's right, I remember. And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the inner temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. It's gotta be that the other Iris is Dahlia. Only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. There were 2 of you. On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Which means there must have been 2 of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris. But that's crazy! How could that be? There's only one of me. It's impossible. Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. Gulp. You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? Then show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there is more than one of me. Ooh. Okay, well, this is really cool that there's Iris and Dahlia. That makes sense. I don't think I have anything that proves that there's another one of you. See before the lights out. Photo of Misty Fey. Messed up gravy scroll. That doesn't prove anything. I'm surprised I was able to get this far, like, right out the gate anyway, to be honest, so... Alright, I must need one last piece of evidence to prove that there are 2 of you, something relating to Dahlia, presumably. Let's get looking! Wait a minute. Gotta hit a ban on a bot real quick, you know how dogs is. There we go. Cops are still combing the place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's gotta be a tough job. Edgeworth! Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. Mutter, mutter. How could I have done that? Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth? Ah! Hey! Don't you dare run away! What do you want, Wright? What do I want? If you came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away. I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Yes, and thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Ooh. Are you gonna give me the evidence about her and Dahlia being related in some fashion? You guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime, that's why. You mean because of the writing in blood and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely you don't suspect Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone as a suspect, Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? So, guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No, though thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago, when we were little school kids at the same elementary school, Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. Are you really gonna, like, flashback 1-4 for me right now? It all started with that big quake that hit the courthouse. Yep. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense attorney. We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out. That's when it happens. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now. That case was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there, but it was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, right? There's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake, and not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, so no more of this self-pity, okay? There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. Felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for her file. Yes, I checked over every case file I've ever worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before 6 years ago. 6 years ago? It was my first appearance in court, and as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So, who is she? I'm sorry, right? Can't give that information away to a member of the general public. What? Why not? It might be the crucial piece of the puzzle that solves this case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner, words. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple, and neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Okay, well, Dahlia is definitely related to this murder. Like, come on, bro. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. Another dang old bot. Oh, Wolfen, you're in chat. You can handle the bots for me. Thank you. Thank you. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. Okay, so I think what I need to do before I talk to Edgeworth then and convince him is I need to get the psych lock to break on Iris to prove that she and Dahlia are, like, related or at least look the same. I'm finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can count on Iris to break those locks, so I should try to gather more clues. From Sister Bikini, Gumshoe, Edgeworth, and Pearl. Okay. Where the heck is Pearl at? Well, I already talked to Edgeworth, and I don't think we can do anything else with him right now. Let's go find the other characters that were mentioned. It's weird there's no one around all of a sudden. It sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack just down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry there sulking again. Okay, let's go talk to Larry. Ah, Mr. Nick. Pearl, what are you doing here? Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Oh, well, we don't know yet. Oh, I see. Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry, this is the loser's shack where losers get together to lose themselves. This is the what? Hey, we find comfort in each other's failures, okay? You got a problem with that? Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Larice did a picture of me. That's, great, Pearl. We're gonna gather firewood now. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire. Half-rotten potato, what the heck is wrong with you, bro? What is wrong with you? Oh, this guy. So stay out of our way. I don't believe this. Why can't you try getting fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll only let you down. Oh, Mystic Maya. Alright. Pearl, what you got? Larry, is there... I double tapped X. Larry, is there something about this painting you want to say? I got nothing to say to you, Nick. My life's here now with Pearl, two losers cooking potatoes together forevermore. Wrong and Larry are the same words. Corporate needs you to find the difference between this picture, and it's a picture of the dictionary saying what being wrong is, and then Larry. They're the same picture. What am I gonna do with them? Alright then, what do you think about this picture, Pearl? I think it's really well drawn. Can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing. See, someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know? It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream, a wonderful fantasy. No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew, I'm telling you, Iris really flew that night. But Mr. Larice. Not you two. Please don't look at me like that, Pearl. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase, I beg of you. Guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw. Okay, so I was half asleep when I was here that night. But I was wide awake after the lightning struck, and I saw what I saw. It was exactly like I drew in the picture. And it looks like I don't have any choice but to take the sketch at face value. Hey, what's with the look of doubt on your face? I think it's the same guy spamming. Yeah, it's some kind of a bot spammer thing for sure. Pearl? Yes, Mr. Nick? I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you and what exactly were you doing when it all happened? I was just, well, I'm just a kid, you know. I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing, does it, Mr. Nick? Sorry, Pearl, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Miss Denham's room reading a book together. But Miss Denham was murdered and you, Pearl, were at the inner temple. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearl? I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick. Oh my goodness, another interrogation jutsu? Really? Pearl, what the heck are you doing? What? I thought it was going to be more than 5 because it's got a different, setup. I've been a bad girl. That's why I'm being punished. You're being punished? What? What are you talking about, Pearl? My spiritual power, it's disappeared. What? 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 Her powers have disappeared? What do you mean your powers disappeared, Pearl? It's all over for me. A spiritual medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint. Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearl, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Tried but failed, perhaps? Way to go, Nick. You made her cry. That was really cruel of you. Just as I thought, I'm gonna have to break her psych locks to get the truth out of her. Okay, well, let's see what the psych locks are like, even though I don't think I'm gonna be able to break them yet. The night of the crime. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Denham's room reading a book together, correct? Yes, I was so happy when she invited me, but I didn't go in the end. You didn't go? No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous. So Pearl never went to Miss Denham's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearl, on the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? Well, presumably she would have gone to the inner temple because she was worried about Maya, or she saw the note of the blackmail note that Larry gave Iris and thought she was at Heavenly Hall, or she went there. I mean, it must have been, I think inner temple worried about Maya was most likely. Oh, music didn't stop. Oh, never mind, it did. You went here, didn't you, Pearl? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now I'm going to take a guess and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, right? You mean you know? If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth? Okay. You went to this place for one very simple reason, and that is because you were worried about Maya. I'm a genius. It's obvious what you were so worried about, Pearl. It was Maya, wasn't it? Ah! You know the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was the special course. Signed up for your special course? Well, my, quite brave of you considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one with those you channel, ha ha ha. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you? Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the inner temple. Then we're clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple? It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow, I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock. Until after 10? How'd you know what time it was? Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out. She heard the lights out bell. Hazakura Temple bell's pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing. I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it, that would be terrible. She was trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearl, why were you so worried about hearing that bell? Huh? Oh, I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that bell was because of this? The reason you were so worried about that bell was because of this. I have no idea. Huh. I think I need more. I think I need more before we can do this one. Alright, well. We gotta talk to Gumshoe, right? Wonder if Sister Bikini is back in the main hall yet, or maybe we have to talk to Bikini. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. Bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. Hello. Well, what's the damage? How's the Sacred Cavern? Looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem now. Bigger problem, you say? Told Sister Bikini all about it, about the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the Sacred Cavern. But who? Who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Karain tradition. We have Iris at the Sacred Cavern, trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini. Oh yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we? Yeah, you were telling me how the Master of Karain disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Fey suddenly appeared at this temple. It was about a week ago when Mystic Elise, no, I mean Mystic Misty, arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the master, she said, "Someone is trying to destroy the Karain tradition's main family line, words. I'm here to put a stop to them." Well, good job being here to put a stop to them. Instead, you helped them destroy more of the main family line. I accidentally pressed X. Someone's trying to destroy the main family line. I think that's what Phoenix said. There's only one heir to the title of master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new master of Karain, and her daughters the main family. All other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line. Is the power of the master worth this much bloodshed? I wonder. You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real. Yes, I do. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. Best girl. During Mask to Mask case and during Maggie Bird's trial, too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me out when I need her the most. The Karain technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know? I mean, the ability to commune with the dead, that's true psychic power, you know? Members of the tradition have always been there, behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill? Suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now. Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? Haha, you're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see, all because of one little mistake. A mistake? What mistake? Edgeworth's dad, the Von Karma case. The one that made Misty get lost. It was 17 years ago, that's when everything came crashing down, all because of that incident. That incident? Is she talking about what I think she is? Sure, the records still exist if you're interested, locked up, of course. It was called the DL6 incident, that's the name of the file. The DL6 incident, I knew it. Bringing it all back around at the end, I love that. The DL6 incident, I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago. Ah, that's right, so it was you who was the defense attorney on that case? A murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer, and the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Fey, Maya's mother. Through Mystic Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen the Karain tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Karain Village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Mystic Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth. Misty Fey's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all. Of course it wasn't. Since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Karain tradition is starting to recover at last. But with the new master wielding the power of the clan, does she mean Maya? Spiritual power of the Karain channeling technique is in the blood. Maya's told me the exact same thing before. We, the women of the Fey clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power. The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Ami, but with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master. And the ones who don't become branch families, right? That's right, and it's always the cause of tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too, an older sister named Mia. Oh yes, I've heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course. She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother. And lost her life as a result. Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. Guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt. That's right. Misty Fey had an elder sister too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the Master C from her. Oh, wait, Misty was the younger sister? Did we know that? I didn't know that we knew that. Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. Yeah, that weirdo. Morgan. There's a name I know well. It was a year ago now at Maya's home, Crane Village. What she did was terrible. It was also she could make her own daughter the next master. Yeah, and they still didn't, like, really resolve that very effectively. Suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized that Iris... Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this? Is she related to the Fays? That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter? What? Iris is Pearl's sister? Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Fey's daughter? Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Fey's daughter? Oops, thought you already knew. Sounded like you'd met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I have. I know her very well. Aw? Yeah, Pearl Fey. But I always thought she was an only child. You jest. That child, she's Mystic Morgan's? I had no idea. Mystic Morgan. But she's in prison now, isn't she? Yes, ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. Freak. It was all done to set Pearl up as the next master. I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2. Wait, 3? Pearl, Iris, and who? Wait, what? 3? Yes, Iris, her twin sister, Dahlia, and Mystic Pearl. Is Dahlia adopted? What? Twin sister? Didn't you know it all happened 20 years ago? After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Crane's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her in the village, taking their twin daughters with him, and then he married some other chick and became a, like, jewelry salesman? What? How awful. He was a jeweler, you know. Dahlia is a Fae? In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up to be looked after by us here at the temple. That was Iris, you see. It's unbelievable. If Iris has a twin sister, the twin sister is Dahlia. Could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris' sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, I just can't remember. All I can recall is that her father was a jeweler. Well, that's a clue, I guess. A jeweler? Yeah, it's Dahlia, obviously. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Pearl had 2 older sisters, huh? Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband, but even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had Pearl? Seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. It was able to break free of the bars that confined her. So Iris has a twin sister, yeah, it's Dahlia. The plot thickens, but this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions and get some more info. Is the twin sister listed here? Morgan Fey's daughter and Iris' twin sister. I wonder if I can break the Cycle lock just with this. Iris had a twin sister, that's really all I know. That and the fact that she was taken away from her mother by her jeweler father. I don't have any idea where she is or what she's doing now. I could tell her, but she'd probably have a coronary and a half. Okay, that was a lot. I don't know if I need to present you anything right now, but I probably just need to. I bet I can break Iris' Cycle lock. Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is that they're humming? Yo, Gumshoe! No motive, no crime, no motive, no crime. Sing it with me, no motive, no crime. I remember when we used to search in the channeling room in Karain. Woo! I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating's all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases we have, good cases we've lost along the way. I never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. This is reggae? Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Hey, pal. Huh? Who, me? How long you been there? I just got here. Ah, okay. What are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. Made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. Promised I would find the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon. That barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. Looks like a letter or something. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. A letter? I want to see that. How's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the Inner Temple Garden. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ. What? You mean? I don't have the details, pal. All I know is if you don't find Maya down in that sacred cavern, we're going to be faced with one ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? You got me, I don't know. They're not my words, pal. Then who said it? Mr. Godot. Godot? What did you mean by that? About that letter you found? Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find the murder weapon. And all I found is some burnt up old letter. Be careful, once night should be there as soon as you heat throw out Belle. You must channel her spirit? Leave everything up to her? Someone did a spirit channeling to let someone do something? Burnt up old letter. Yeah, it was in that incinerator right outside the Inner Temple. The incinerator? I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. Okay, okay. Did Dahlia channel someone's spirit because she's a fae? Did Dahlia channel Valerie's spirit or something? There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. But after the incident, the snow had melted away. Which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? I got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. I bet it's got no relation to the case. Spirit mediums? Found by Gumshoe. Be careful. Once night should be the... As soon as you hear the something out bell, the night's out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Someone was told to channel a spirit at night. It must have been Iris or Dahlia that were told to channel someone's spirit. But whose spirit? It's got to be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. I'd better give it a good looking over and some serious thought. Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering's a crime, pal. What do you know about the real murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't the Shishishito that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today. Yeah, that's true. In which case, it must have been another blade. And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? Yeah, and man, is it tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? What's the secret weapon of yours? You want to know? You gotta think scientifically, okay? Alright. The murder weapon was a sword. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? Any questions so far? No. I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart. I don't know what he's gonna say. Oh, the metal detector! It's back! Dude, this is such a throwback to 1-4. I love this. What's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! A metal detector. Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. Well, I didn't see it immediately, but whatever. Well, you want to give scientific investigation a go? Huh? Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try? I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe out or not? Absolutely. Always help out my boy. Come on, pal. It's good fun, I'm telling you. All right, then. I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget, the absolute best. It's so sensitive you could make it cry. It's so high-tech you could skydive off of it. Oh, bother. So now I'm going to tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right? Sure, that's what we're trying to find out. Right, so first let's turn the detector on. That's the sound of the metal detector going off. Next, move the detector around. It's auto-skipping dialogue. That's annoying. Don't worry, this may will let you know when you've hit something metallic, and when that happens, press the X button to give the area a good hard stare. Okay, I have to let it auto-cycle. This thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden from sight, too. Take a good look at anything and everything that seems sus, okay, pal? All right. Well, the Ami thing. That Shishishito next to the golden statue wasn't the real murder weapon, pal. Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd check it again anyway. Oh, yeah? That reminds me. You know about that sword? It's supposed to represent the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one. Yeah, I heard something about that. You know what I think about sometimes? What kind of life I'd be leading had I not joined the homicide division. Think about that kind of stuff, detective? Of course I do. I think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as a detention officer, me as the Blue Badger. Something to be said about the humor value of Gumshoe as the Blue Badger. Oh. What? Wait, is it going off here? Is it the staff? This is Miss Denham's staff, isn't it? Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood, but the detector is reacting to it. Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, right? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it? It's weird that this thing is causing a racket. Here, let me take a look. Hey, hands off! Examining evidence is a job for the... Ah! The top is coming off. Does this thing have a hidden sword in it? Look what you've done! You've damaged a really important piece of evidence. Ah! Wait, it's a sword! That's a sword. Inside the staff. Is this... Could it be... the murder weapon? I love a good hidden, like, cane sword. I'd never have guessed there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. They call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot. Officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. If the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden, then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey, Gumshoe, who knows about the hidden sword? No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now. Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. There's no team in Gumshoe? Okay. Doesn't look like there's any traces of blood on it. Then I guess this isn't the murder weapon, huh? No, no, no. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. It's about the same length as the Shishishito, too. This must be the murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off. See you later, pal. What a bro, that Gumshoe. Every case is gonna be airtight. Hold it. Wait up, detective. Huh? What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know? You're gonna get that staff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while? What are you talking about, pal? Please, just until we find Maya. Maya? What's this got to do with her? I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Ah, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and... well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel. You don't think. Maya's been murdered. Please, detective, let's just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern. You're looking kind of viridian there. Okay, okay. Just stop it with that face, pal. One thing, though. This staff's secret trick, let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill staff, you got it? Okay, now you take good care of it, pal. Thank you, detective. Don't worry. She'll be fine. Gumshoe. You know, there's a place at the base of the mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal? Sure. Thanks. Gumshoe remains the greatest to ever do it, chat. Can't help but wonder, though, what was Elise Denham doing with a staff like this in the first place? She probably wanted to kill whoever was trying to kill her daughter and get rid of the main family. No, not the courtyard. Who do I need to talk to now? I probably need to break some psych locks. I wonder if I can break Iris's psych lock. Oh, something here? I was expecting Larry and Pearl to be here. Guess they must have gone to collect firewood. Suppose I'll have to check back later. Okay, so we can't do Pearl's psych lock right now. Nothing here. Garden. It's just Edgeworth. You didn't have a psych lock, right? No. No, you don't have a psych lock, but I have to prove to you that, Dahlia is related to this case. And I think to do that, I need to break your psych lock. Let's do it. Interrogation jutsu! Alright, we already did most of this psych lock. We just need to present the twin sister thing at the end. And hopefully that'll do it. This person saw you somewhere on the night of the murder. Bikini. We already read this earlier, so I'm just gonna skip through it all. We just want to get to the last psych walk. The thing that was wrong with this was your own testimony about it. Yep. Nailed it. 2 different places. There's only one possible explanation for this. There were 2 of you. On the night of the incident, they were seen in 2 different places. Means there must be 2 of you. Can't think of any other explanation. That's crazy. There's only 1 of me. Impossible. I wonder. Wait, you're trembling. Yada yada. Trying to suggest there's more than me. Show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there is more than 1 of me. The fact that you have a twin sister. Take that! Mr. Wright, when you said there was another me, I was kind of expecting someone who looked like me, you know? In that case, are you saying that I look like this person? Wait, what? You show me something you are 100% certain about then? Wait, what? Don't mean to sound uncooperative. You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than 1 of me? Do I not have something that will... Be careful, once night falls, should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. Oh wait, there are multiple pages of this. Her name is blank, she is R blank, the whole blank. Here's a picture of her, use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is done, burn the... Also, make sure to never tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition? What? I didn't realize there were more pages to this. Our vengeance? What on earth? I must still be missing something. Do I have to convince Edgeworth about Dahlia first? Like, maybe I just present the twin thing to him? Hey, Edgeworth, did you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me, but problem is she didn't know the name of the twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is. Oh, okay, Edgeworth is gonna tell me it's Dahlia, then I present Dahlia to Iris. Okay. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth, please. Let's go. It was my first court case 6 years ago. You played through it in the last stream. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? Yeah, well, he deserved it, though. Just to be clear, he deserved it. You know about that case? You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. Goodbye. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. Okay. And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. Her sister? Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Well. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Ah, and this is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. You mean to tell me that Phoenix, before he ever met Mia or Maya, was already dating a Fey at some point? What are the chances of that, brother? What in the anime? The woman who tried to kill me. So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead! What? Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. What? What? What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? Right. I must confess that in reading her file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. Mia Fey, Mia Fey. At the time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month? What? Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, right? And for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? Wait, Dahlia is Dahlia actually dead? If Dahlia is dead, then someone was channeling her spirit. Was Iris channeling her spirit? But Iris was in 2 places at once. So it has to be a Fae who isn't Iris. Did Pearl channel Dahlia without meaning to? Did Maya channel Pearl? Did Misty, or not Pearl, did Maya channel Dahlia? It couldn't have been Iris that channeled her. So if Dahlia is actually dead, then either Maya, Pearl, or Misty channeled Dahlia. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead, and once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them. Well, apparently Godot. There's no way to revive the dead. Obviously has not watched Naruto. I wonder. Seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fey, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Crane channeling technique. Did you say Crane channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh, yes. I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. Oh yeah, Edgeworth would hate the Crane channeling technique, wouldn't he? I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. But you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent. Edgeworth. Go to the police records room, it's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file and you'll know. I've already looked at all that in 1-4, you idiot. Of course, how could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the Crane channeling technique is real. Do I have an actual thing of Dahlia now? Dahlia Hawthorne deceased. Executed. She was executed. That's insane. Alright, I have the thing that I actually need to interrogate you with now. Interrogation no jutsu! I cannot believe that they are twins. That is insane. And Dahlia is dead? The real question is she actually dead? Or did she get out of it somehow? Chat, you're right. We need a throwback to the parrot taking the stand. I want to cross-examine a parrot again. Alright, there goes that. And then this one, whoops. Ah! This one is your own testimony. Alright, what do I present on this one? Oh, I say that you've been in 2 places, and then I present Dahlia. There were 2 of you. You know, why? They're twins, but why do they have the same hairstyle? Like, why do they both have the same hair? You don't have to have the same hair as your twin, you know? Take that, sucker. I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. Also, please give me all my health back. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps? Ah! That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne. A woman I know only too well. I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer. Yeah, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? Okay, so that's why I had to have the Dahlia thing specifically. I needed for Edgeworth to tell me that she was dead. I'm sorry. Thank you. There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? This second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder? It was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne. But you just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo. A training ground of the crane channeling technique. Oh, you know what? I guess Bikini could have also... I said earlier it was Misty, Pearl, or Maya, but I guess Bikini might be able to channel too. It might have been her. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. Ah! Unlock successful. I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew. I knew it was my sister, Dahlia, the other half of me, who passed away last month. Just as I suspected, the Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder, it was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before? Because my sister always does the right thing. Excuse me? And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. Oh, you're being manipulated by Dahlia. You're stupid. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again. Wait, you betrayed her before? You betrayed her? What do you mean? That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way. What is she talking about? You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago? Wait, you're related to that? That was the start of it all. It's what started her down that twisted path. When she was 14? She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. Yeah, she's a freak. It's all because I betrayed her. How'd you betray her, Iris? It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing. What? But I got scared, so I ran away. What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father? That's awful. But I promised that I'd help, and she didn't do it for the money. Huh? It was revenge on our father. Revenge? Oh, because your father abandoned your mother and took you away from her. That makes sense. That you would hate your dad. What do you mean by revenge? He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to heck. Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fey. I mean, he didn't send her to heck. He just, divorced her. Which, him divorcing her because she wasn't the master of the family or whatever, that's pretty messed up. But, still. Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fey family. The main family had a lot of influence in many business and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. Okay, yeah, he does sound like a scumbag, that's for sure. But his plan backfired because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of Karain. That would be Misty Fey, Maya's mother. But before long, the credibility of the Crane tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Misty Fey, made a terrible mistake. DL6, it all goes back to DL6, bro! It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive, and that he had no reason to stay there. A hick dive. What? And that's when you came here to Hazakura Temple? Yes, the woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see. And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family, I've heard she's been very battered spiritually and emotionally. Yeah, she's also a scumbag, so. I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. I've asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it, goes back to the history of the Fey clan. That's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me. What is it? During the incident in which your sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him? Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts. Well, I see. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There's still much to investigate. Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise. Thank you. Suppose I better continue my investigation. Who did Dahlia possess? It must have... She killed Misty, so it must have been Pearl or Maya. I'm betting that she possessed Pearl because Pearl isn't able to channel anymore. Still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearl's Psych Lock. Oh, is Pearl Cyclock the final Cyclock in the game? Let's go. Alright, Pearl, where are you at? I must have everything I need now to bust it out of you. Not here. I mean, she's probably back at Heavenly Hall. Yep. Look at that. They really did make a fire right in front of the shack. That sounds dangerous. That shack is made entirely out of wood. Why would you do that? Ah, Mr. Nick. Ha! You're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of our potatoes, we've already polished them all off. I think I pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearl is hiding. Whoops. Take that! Interrogation jutsu for probably the final time. The night of the crime. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Denham's room reading a book together, correct? Yes, I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end. You didn't go? No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried I had to go, I didn't know what to— oh wait, we already did this one. We already did this one. She was— yeah, she was at the inner temple, and she was worried about Maya. Take that! We already did all of this, so we can just skip through it. Bum-bum-bum. You mean you know? Of course I know, I'm a genius. Smartest man on the 7 seas, Mia Fey. It was Maya, wasn't it? Yada yada. Okay, wait. I don't know what I need to do next. I should read this. So, reckless with their health, yada yada. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said because you introduced Hazakura to Maya. You felt responsible. Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still. So I decided to go and find how she was doing at the temple. All right. They were clear now you went to the inner temple that night, Pearl, so that what's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed to the temple? It was probably around 9:30. I heard the training was at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. There was so much, I didn't get there until after 10. After 10, how'd you know what time it was? I heard the bell ringing for lights. She heard the lights out bell. Hazakura Temple bell's pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing. I was really trying to pick up the sound of the bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it, that would be terrible. She was trying to hear the bell? Tell me, Pearl, why were you so worried about hearing the bell? Huh? Oh, I think I know the reason why you were worried about because of this. Oh, is it the burnt letter? Because the burnt letter says to listen for the bell? As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. Her name is blank, she is our yada yada yada. Okay, yeah. Easy. This is what I didn't have earlier. You were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper? Ah! Where did you? In the incinerator at the inner temple. Okay, so someone gave Pearl this letter and told Pearl to channel Dahlia, and then Pearl channeled Dahlia. I guess Iris must have given this to her, I suppose. Pearl channeled Dahlia, and then Dahlia killed Pearl's aunt, who is Maya's mom. Oh my goodness. Remember in like 2-2 or whatever it was, where Maya was so messed up that even if she had channeled a body, if she had killed someone, she'd feel awful? Pearl killed her aunt while channeling Dahlia. That's messed up, bro. Pearl, you were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell. I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing. Yeah, I'm the best. These instructions that were found in the incinerator, I believe they were written for you, Pearl. For me, no. As you can see, a large portion has been burnt, but the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearl? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearl have been trying to channel? Dahlia's. Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearl was supposed to channel. Person you were trying to channel that night, Pearl, was Dahlia Hawthorne, a literal, like, crime-obsessed maniac. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. Ah! It's just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris whose Sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night. It was Dahlia. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about her, Pearl? Do you know what kind of a woman Dahlia Hawthorne was? No. I've never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions. Dahlia was able to murder Maya's mom because this stupid idiot kid read the note saying, hey, channel this random person you don't know, and she just did it without even questioning it or thinking about it. I get that you're like a 9-year-old, but you're like, the fact that you did this without any forethought means that you killed your aunt. You killed your aunt. Pearl, you killed your aunt. I thought so. Pearl doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearl, who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you'd never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. It was her mom. It was her mom. It must have been her mom. Here's my next question, because she said she was getting revenge or whatever. It's her mom. Take that! Easy. Pearl, I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you, that's why. How did you? I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fey. You followed your mother's instructions even after she was proven to try. Okay, now, actually, at first I was like, okay, Pearl, you get the benefit of the doubt, you're a child and all. Now, actually, I think that you're kind of to blame, at least partially. Your mother is in solitary confinement in prison because she tried to frame your cousin for murdering a person. And you got a letter from her saying, hey, channel this random spirit while Mystic Maya is in the middle of, like, her most important, like, training thing or whatever. And you were like, yeah, okay, Mom, who, like, tried to get Mystic Maya blamed for murder. I'll just do that for you. You're an idiot. You're an idiot, and you're at least partially to blame for killing your aunt. Wah. Yo, throw her off the bridge, man. All right, Pearl, it's time you start telling me the truth. Mr. Nick, why's she holding back from me? I don't like this. Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child. Huh? If you're trying to say follow these instructions, I'd like to see some proof. What? Because I don't think you have any. All right, and then after being responsible for killing your aunt, you're still refusing to cooperate. You're the worst. You're the worst. You're the worst 9-year-old I've ever seen. Is there anyone in the Fame family who isn't, like... Is there anyone cool in the Fame family, Fey family other than Mia? Is Mia the only good person in this family? She'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearl, we both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right, there's no evidence that proves it was you. I knew it. However, I do know that whoever did it was a child. Huh? How do you know that? Couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that. A simple mistake? What do you mean by that? I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you'd been given, but you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. What? Be careful. Once night falls, should be there as soon as you hear the lights out bell. You must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. Her name is Dahlia. She is our something, the whole blank. Here's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is done, burn. They'll also make sure you never tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. What didn't she understand? Here's a picture of her. Use it when you channel. I know you can do it. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Do everything up to her. Careful once it falls. Once it burn, they'll also make tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master and that's gravy. It's gravy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you dumb idiot. Gravely roast or whatever. She meant that Misty Fey would rot in HFIL. You thought that you were supposed to throw gravy on Misty. Oh my god, you stupid. Take that! She's so dumb. She's so dumb and stupid and dumb and stupid. It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it? Ah! What? Why would I do something like that? You remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast among others, right? How do you know that? Remember the conversation you had with Miss Denham on the night of the murder? I don't. Perhaps we can read some books together. Really? I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading. Haha, well then, would you like to practice reading with me? Miss Elise, so for example, how do you read this? It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word. Oh my goodness, she actually brought up the word gravely. You're joking me, dude. What are you talking about? Sure, Miss Denham taught you how to read gravely and roast, but what she didn't teach you is what they meant. Gravely sounds like gravy to me, and the only roast I could think of was the food. That's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from that night's pot roast. You've got to be joking me, bro. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea. Just a tiny bit. I really am useless. Well, no, you're not useless. You're actually very useful to, murderers! I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked of me. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right. I think that you should be put in jail too. After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple with a pot full of the leftover gravy. The gravy? I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near this sacred cavern. I was sure it was the Master of Crane, like it said in the letter. I see. And then? Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area. The guest area? Yes, I thought I could wait there until the training was over. Why didn't you just go to the training hall? Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then Pearl, did you fall asleep? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, I just couldn't help it. Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl, who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris too, it happens. Anyway, then you found yourself trapped at the inner temple? Yes, when I woke up it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore and there was no one in the training hall. Thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the incinerator, then I heated up the leftover gravy and let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried. Dumb idiot. Must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. It was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring. So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit. No, I tried, but I couldn't do it. You couldn't do it? I've never failed at channeling someone. It's the first time it's happened. Is Dahlia still alive? I tried and I tried and I tried. Chaos, she's like 6. No, she's like 9. She's 9. She's 9, and she knows her mom is in jail, so she shouldn't be listening to letters from her mom. As soon as she got this letter, she should have told Maya or Phoenix. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. Look, I'm just saying, 2 years in juvie will sort Pearl out. Just put her in juvie for like 2 years. It'll work out. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time, but I just couldn't do it. Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you, just like that. Wait, did Maya channel her? Wait, if you can't channel her even right now, is Maya still Dahlia even right now? So she never managed to channel the spirit. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone? Yes, I don't know what to do. Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? Suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though. Could you please tell me what it is anyway? Could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit! Someone else? What do you mean? Well, there's only one of each spirit, right? Yep, it's like dating a girl, Nick. Can't see a hot chick if she's already taken. That would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearl could. It had to have been Maya because Misty was killed. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne. Misty was killed. Pearl is saying she didn't do it. And Iris was seen at 2 different locations, which means she couldn't have been channeling Dahlia at the time. The only other person that could channel Dahlia is Maya. Or I guess Sister Bikini, but that seems ridiculous. I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish. Her final wish? Alright, well, you know. I guess you're off the hook then, Pearl. I still blame you for trying to do it because you're an idiot. But it sounds like Maya might have killed her own mom, and man, that's gonna take a lot of therapy. That's gonna take, like, a lot of therapy. Her final wish? Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully. This letter. I definitely need to find out more about it. My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary. Yeah, I know, Pearl. I visit her every month, and last month she told me. The time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fey clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Why didn't you talk to Maya about this? Why didn't you, stupid 9-year-old? Now listen carefully and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden. Should have immediately shown this to Maya. My mother is always nice to me. I love her very much. You poor idiot. Your mother just sees you as a tool. Yeah, moms will do anything for their kids, right? She said it was for the good of the Fey clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Maya is part of the Fey clan, so it had to be good for her too. You dumb idiot. You need to explain to this idiot. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick? No, you got Maya's mom killed. I guess so, yeah. There is a picture with her letter too. Hey, listen, I know that, like, she's a kid and all. You need to explain to this kid that her mother is a scumbag, or else she's gonna keep trying to do things for her mother and trying, like, inadvertently trying to kill Maya. There is a picture with her letter too. A picture of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time, pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this. There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before. Did Maya open it and Maya thought that it was for... Oh my goodness. Did Maya open it and think it was a letter from her mom? Did Maya find the letter, think it was from Misty, and then channel Dahlia before Pearl could, and then with Maya's body, Dahlia killed Misty? Oh my goodness. Maya is... No amount of therapy is going to get her through this, bro. It's over for her. That sure is pretty strange. Someone had opened it already? Orders from Morgan Fey opened once before. It had to have been Maya. Thanks, Pearl. You really helped me out. You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us, so I'm sure Mystic Maya will be all right. But you have to... Look at that innocent smile on her face. You are... The longer you don't explain to her how awful her mom is, the worse it is for her. What am I supposed to say to her? Ha! Godot! Finally figured it out, have you, Trite? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Honestly, yeah. Godot! The entrance to the Sacred Cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. Guess he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because Mia Fey isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Trite. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realize that, but... And you were the only one who was by their sides. He literally wasn't by Mia's side when Mia was murdered. What are you talking about? You were the only one who could have saved them. But I didn't know anything about what was going on. Ha! What did I just say, Trite? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Alright, Godot's kind of an idiot. He's a little stupid, I'm gonna be honest. He's a little stupid. Tomorrow, we'll settle everything in court tomorrow, once and for all. Mr. Nick, is what that man just said true? It'll be alright, Pearl. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick. Yeah, you can trust him, so he should tell you about why your mother is a scumbag. My dear Pearl, you've done so well, my child, my Pearl. It's better that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now, finally, after all this time, the master seat is yours. Wrong. My last great wish, it seems I was just in time. I hope that chick dies in prison. To be continued.